With today's high fuel prices, you might be considering going with a smaller engine for your full-size truck in order to save some dollars at the fuel pump. But if you get the inline-4 turbo here in the Chevy Silverado 1500, can you really expect better fuel economy when you're just cruising steady state on the highway? Tonight we're going to find out. Hey everybody, it's Charlie from DM Moto. Today we've got the real-world highway fuel economy test on the 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 with the 2.7-liter TurboMax. In this test, we're going to head out on the highway and do 50 miles out and 50 miles back, averaging 70 miles per hour to get a realistic fuel economy number for this full-size truck. But before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Yeah, a very modestly and probably usably spec'd Silverado here. I'm very happy to get the chance to drive this RST. It's coming in about $54,000, which I would say is fairly reasonable for what you're getting. You've got four-wheel drive, you've got the crew cab, short box, that 2.7-liter turbo, and a decent amount of interior goodies, including the six-speaker, or not six-speaker, yes, the six-speaker, but also the six-seater configuration, which I've been really happy with. So if you do want to see more on this Silverado RST, check the link below. We've got our full pros and cons review. We've also got a dedicated review of the six-speaker sound system, and I've also got coverage of the Silverado High Country that we drove late last year as well. We've got the whole gamut of videos on that one. And we need to give a shout out to the video sponsor, LasFit. If you've got yourself a Silverado or any other truck or nearly any other car on the market, LasFit makes a great set of liners for you. You can see them here in the full-size Silverado. No cargo bins down here, so if you're using this as a storage area, you're really going to appreciate this floor, almost like wall-to-wall carpet lining here from LasFit. You can see how nicely things are measured out and cut. They cover door sills and up underneath seats for dirty feet. And then you can pull these out and clean them off in a nice tray style here. And then taking a look in the front area, same sort of deal, covering the door sill. This one is unfortunately a bit bent because it keeps getting caught by the door. They're a little bit bent when you take them out of the box, which I just did, but then they sort of straighten out over time. You can see they go nicely underneath the pedals, and they even cover the middle hump here, since this is the six-seater configuration. So if you got people getting in here with dirty boots, feet, anything like that, you're gonna keep your interior covered with LasFit. Check the link below. I can get you 18% off with the code DailyMotor. Help support the channel. Thank you to LasFit. So why do we do this test? Well, the EPA's highway fuel economy test, which gives this version of the Silverado 20 miles per gallon, that test only averages 48 miles per hour. We know there are plenty of people who do big miles on the highway and would like to know what sort of number you can realistically expect here in the real world. So in order to test that out, we're going to head out to the gas station at night when there's less traffic on the roads. I'm going to go out and do 100 miles, come back, fill up at the same pump using the same 3-click fueling method, and get a result. Now, a few things to note for the test. Outside temperature will be about in the mid-60s for temperature. Our tire pressure is going to be set at their door placard. If I remember correctly, it's 32 front, 36 rear. Might as well just take a little peek here, confirm that one. We've got 32, 35. Okay, so that's where the tires are going to be set. We're going to run the test in two-wheel drive. No sense in running in four. We do have 4 auto in this truck, but I'm just going to run in two-wheel. And I'm going to have the climate control set at 73 degrees auto. So, with that all out of the way, let's head to the pump. We are all fueled up, put in just over 2 gallons into the tank of the Silverado here. Got our trip meter reset. We'll just reset it one more time just for good measure. Reset the GPS. The climate set at 73 auto once we start the truck. And we're ready to begin. Now we do have a few different drive modes here in the Silverado RST. We've got Touring or Normal, Sport. Oh, is that a Mercedes B-Class? Oh, we know you're not going too far. Terrain, Off-Road, and a Tow mode. We're just going to be doing this test in Normal. We're going to take it nice and easy over to the highway. It's about half a mile away, and pick up the test from there. Now, the goal of this test isn't to hypermile. We're not trying to get the best possible fuel economy for this truck, but rather a realistic figure. So in order to do that, I'm getting up to highway speed here at a reasonable pace, and I'm going to set the cruise control to a GPS indicated 71 miles per hour. It should allow us to average 70 over the whole test. Wednesday night traffic out here on the 405. Sunlight is lasting later into the day, which has made it nice to start these tests. Oh, a little Ford Maverick. Interesting to think that we're both running 4-cylinder turbos. 70 on the dash is giving us 70 on the GPS. So we're in kind of this awkward in between. Looks like we're going to have to bounce back and forth. But initial highway impressions is nice. Not too loud in here. It's actually decently quiet. I'm impressed. A little bouncy on the ride. Not terrible. I mean, we are in a body-on-frame truck, but middle of the road. Now, I don't know if we have adaptive cruise control in here. It's kind of sad for a over $50,000 truck. Let me see. Yeah, doesn't seem like it. That's a bit unfortunate. So it looks like I'm going to have to be paying attention tonight. But I'm going to continue on with the test and catch up with you at the end. In the meantime, enjoy this time lapse of the entire trip. Coming into the end of the highway fuel economy test here on the Silverado 1500 2.7 Turbo. This is actually a pretty nice place to be on the highway. Seat comfort, remarkably, seems to be okay. Still comfortable in here. There's a good amount of movability, which helps. So you can kind of put your legs up, down. The seating position is very adjustable. We even have two-way lumbar adjustment here, so like that. And the ergos are pretty good. I will say the blinker is not very comfortable position. It's still better than the Ram, but I think the F-150 has the most comfortable blinker position. Right lane hog. Do we need to do a registered trademark for that one as well? Blinker positioning. Tilt telescopic steering wheel though, so that's good. Sound system pretty lackluster, but decently cheap sounding. Like it's a decent cheap. We'll talk about that more. If you want to see that more broken down, check the link below for our sound system review. How do we have automatic high beam headlights, but no auto dimming rear view mirror and no adaptive cruise control and no blind spot monitoring? That's such a weird feature to have. Either way, fuel economy here, according to the vehicle's readout, only looking at 21.4 miles per gallon. Now I will say, the vehicle's trip meter is 1.5 miles behind the GPS after only 96 miles. So maybe that's throwing off our vehicle calculated fuel economy. I'm not sure exactly how that gets calculated. But 21, not a particularly impressive number. I gotta double check the video here once we get static, but I'm pretty sure we got 20 with the 6.2 liter V8. And I think we got 21 with the 5 liter in the F-150. Or maybe at least in the 3.5. So if you're still only getting 21 miles per gallon with this motor, it's a little disappointing. I mean, I kind of get it. You need to use a certain amount of fuel in order to motivate a full-size truck like this through the air at 70 miles per hour. But it's just a good wake-up call for anybody thinking that they're going to get remarkably better fuel economy with these smaller engines. Tack shot, we are looking at a very low RPM. It's just a hair over 1,500, probably about 1,600 RPM there. So pretty low revs, and this turbo does spool up when you're going up a hill. It takes quite a bit of pressure to force this to downshift. But I'm impressed with the quietness in here. I'm impressed with the comfort. So overall, nice place to be. So I'm gonna get it back to the pump here. We're gonna fill it all the way up with fuel and crunch our final numbers. We are all topped off, put in 4.545 gallons, so 100.3 miles traveled divided by 4.545 is giving us, okay, there, as I expected, a little bit better than the pumps, or than the vehicle's readout, 22 miles per gallon here for the Silverado 1500 RST with the 2.7 turbo. And I will say, that is the best gasoline. I'm pretty sure, at least. Maybe I should check the power boost, but that is the best gasoline 1500 series non-hybrid test that I believe we've ever done. We've gotten a lot of 21 MPGs. I don't think we've ever seen a 22. So kudos. Maybe you will save a little bit of fuel here with the 2.7 after all. We haven't tested the Ford 2.7 V6 in a new truck. We tested it on a 2019, but it had some accessories on it. It only got, I think it got 21 as well after we kind of did some adjustments there. We've got a 24-gallon fuel tank in this one. 24 gallons, not huge, times 22 miles per gallon is giving you a reasonable 520 miles if you're cruising unladen here at 70 miles per hour with the Silverado 1500 2.7. Obviously, you throw some people or trailer or something like that, it's going to drop quite a bit. I'd want some more of extended fuel tank for that, but not bad here for this truck. So if you get the base motor, you get slightly better fuel economy, but not enough to really justify explicitly like trading in your truck or anything like that. The 5.3 or the 6.2 is going to do plenty fine, but yeah, interesting. So thank you all so much for watching. Oh no, don't take that pump. I need to go out there and I need to get my thumbnail. Okay, we're good. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Silverado 1500 RST here, check the link below. We also have coverage from the high country we tested later last year. Big shout out to LasFit for sponsoring the video, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.